Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. CombatBS. We're going to recap the UFC 325 pay-per-view from this evening. Just got done watching it. I'll go top of the card to bottom. Obviously, nobody's really here to listen to me talk about Oben Elliott and Michaela. But let's go ahead and talk about Volk. Alexander Volkanovski got better in the second fight against Lopez, which I guess we should have expected considering he got better each time he fought Max Holloway. In the third fight, he absolutely dominated Max. The first two fights were pretty close. Lopez just, I felt like he should have used his grappling more. It felt like he had the wrestling advantage. It felt like when he was submission hunting, he got close a few times. He got onto the back of Volkanovski at the end of one of the rounds. He had a Kimura, he had an armbar situation grip where he probably could have been able to advance his positions if he was down there for more time, in my opinion. But Volkanovski is just so keen to it and intelligent down there. Round two was a close round. Round one was not. Round three was semi-close. Round four was not even close at all, and round five was not close at all. So whatever way you slice it, even if you want to give the flash knockdown for Lopez in round three, if you want to give that round to him, even if you want to give him round two, let's say round two is semi-close, it's still 3-2 Volk, like clean. So dominant win from Volk, 1-5-0 on my scorecards, but I mean, I could see you saying, "Oh no, it's 3-2 or it's 4-1." Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Volkanovski won, and Volkanovski should have won on every single person's scorecard. Lopez, where does he go from here? I think he is going to have to take some time to fight a few contenders. Maybe fight a guy right around that Arnold Allen level ranking on a win streak. And then maybe fight a guy like a Yair Rodriguez fight would be awesome. They need to tell Yair that he's not getting a title shot, regardless of what they told him before, because nobody wants to watch Yair get a title shot. So that fight would be fun. Maybe do that later on in the year, like around July. Put it on the first pay-per-view after the White House card and as a co-main or a featured bout. That would be a great fight. But yeah, I'm gonna do more matchmaking before I do my show later this week, breaking down the card between Mario Bautista and Vinicius Oliveira. So we'll worry about that when that comes. Hooker and BSD. Hooker was brutalizing. I saw that BSD had staff, and it just reminded me of the Poirier fight where he had staff, and that's why I really didn't want to bet it. And BSD was getting brutalized the body like quick too. Yeah, like right away he throws the leg kick, and then Hooker counters with an inside leg kick, like inside of the thigh. BSD goes to catch it, and Dan Hooker gets away and kind of sets the tone like this isn't going to be easy, and then stabs him in the stomach like 3 different times with his toes, and you can just see the frustration on BSD's face. He's not moving in. He's kind of just like taking short steps back away from Hooker. Hooker's walking towards him, and you can just tell he was super uncomfortable right away. He finally finds a takedown that he's able to get position. He just dominates the whole second round on top and finds the finish right at the end of the round. So good on BSD. I felt like Hooker really had a lot of momentum there after the first round and had a chance to really win that fight. So unfortunate for Hooker, but good fight. Mauricio Rufy versus Rafael Fiziev. Rufy was really calm. I mean, I know that Rufy had been training with Volkanovski. He's been probably learning like the tricks Volkanovski used to get in and out of angles, make it hard to be hit, and he did that very well. Fiziev cut off the cage really well, made it so there was nowhere to go for Rufy, but he didn't panic and try to spin out and get hit. He just stood there and said, "If you hit me, I'm gonna hit you. We're gonna trade shots." And Fiziev was like almost the one that was uncomfortable with that in a weird way. Like he was the one pushing forward, making that happen, but then he didn't know whether he wanted to trade shots at the fence. So there was a lot of moments where they were standing at point blank range, and Rufy's just jabbing his face off over and over, just jabbing his face off, and Fiziev's just kind of like taking it, giving him a leg kick, taking it, giving him a leg kick, and landing a few shots here and there. But Rufy's rolling with him, and it's like this isn't a sustainable game plan. I thought Steve was going to have to go to the grappling. I thought Ruby stole the first round, and was winning the second all the way up until he got that finish. And yeah, good on Rufi for just. I mean, I'm sure that working with Volk just does tons for your confidence on the feet, your understanding of space and footwork, because Volk just is unreal at it and has always been. But yeah, he just kept jabbing him in the face until he found the shot to put him away, and it was an impressive performance. Now, what was not a impressive performance? Tai Tuivasa and Taliesin Teixeira. Um, bad worst fight on the card, but fun TV. Like it's the drama of like, can Tuivasa find 30 seconds worth of energy to land some ground and pound here? Can Taliesin Teixeira find something on the ground to finish the student? It just, I mean, Brian Petrie tweeted this. Hive tweeted a picture of them laying on top of each other, and Brian Petrie just goes, "Looks like me and the old lady last night," and that's exactly what my friends and I were texting back and forth. Um, it's just not a good look when heavyweights are that big, that fat, and just laying on top of each other, not moving for 3 minutes. I mean, Teixeira was in full mount in the second round for probably 2 full minutes at the end of the round and didn't do a single bit of damage. It was embarrassing. Um, anyway, embarrassing. I know I keep doing this, but let's trickle on embarrassing down to the next fight. Jamie Malarkey came out and did not have a good showing. 1 minute fight was Quillen Salkill. Quillen finds the submission. Um, I knew after Quillen's second UFC fight, I can't remember who he was fighting. He showed off like an ability to scramble well and grapple well and wrestle well, like not like Dagestani level, not like even a Murad where it's just like a large quantity. It was just like quality and quickness to it for such a young fighter. I just felt like there was something there, and along with the striking that knocked out Jubilee at the time, and then I bet on him in the Hathras fight when not a lot of people believed in him, and he KO'd him there. And yeah, I was like, this dude has sick striking and really good grappling. People don't know it. The head kick happens, it goes viral. But his father owned a bakery, and then head kick knockout. Everybody's just talking about this dude striking, and he comes out there and reminds everybody, I'm a grappler too. I can handle both. And that was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, Quillen Salkill, that slam was disgusting, and then just face cranks Jamie Malarkey all the way back to his house. Um, but yeah, Tafa, Junior Tafa, that is, versus Billy Alicana. Tapa's striking looked like it had improved fourfold. Like it looked like it was 4 times better, and that's what sucks for Junior Tafa because he was in this situation where maybe he could just keep it on the feet for 15 minutes and keep finding ways to hurt Billy and keep him at distance. But the one time Billy gets a takedown, he just progresses his way to a submission, and Tafa just taps. Ugh, excuse me. It's late at night. Um, Billy Alicana isn't even that great of a grappler in this weight class, and Tafa's striking apparently improved that much because they said he went to Thailand for a while to learn striking. If that's the case, I think he should take some time to go to a grappling country. I don't know whether that's like one of the like a Georgia or a not necessarily Russia, like they're not just gonna invite you there, but like one of those countries over there in Eastern Europe that's just been grappling for forever and just see if you can pick up a thing or two. Because if he could learn how to defend grappling and defend wrestling, I think he can be a real player, not in the rankings at 205, but he can be a consistent UFC athlete. And I think that's all the Tafa brothers really want to be is just entertaining, consistent UFC athletes and not criticized for being on the roster just because the UFC wants more fighters in the Australian region. Anyway, moving on down. Cam Rouston and Cody Brundage. This was a super, super fun fight. Right out the bat, Cody Brundage was fighting with like a I can knock this dude out mentality, and he doesn't do that very often. So it was kind of shocking to see. Um, but he just went right at him. It was back and forth for a little bit. Um, Once Cam kind of got the reads down on Cody against the cage, because Cody kept doing this thing where he was kind of like springing into his shots, and he was lowering his level too much, and it like Cam started throwing this knee up the middle against the cage just to like obviously to hurt him, but also just like try to get him not to be as springy and as responsive against the cage and as dangerous coming back at him. And once he got that down, he was able to just kind of pin him in a situation where Cody didn't really feel comfortable, and he took him down and just made him quit. And in the second round, so Cam Rowson got a second round TKO. That was definitely one of the picks I had, so that's good. Torres Finney and Jacob Malkoun. Finney's just a short punching bag if he can't wrestle yet. And I'm not gonna put all that on Finney. Finney's young in the UFC. He's also very clearly had some kind of lower leg injury happen. You can see the ripple through his leg, and that sucks for him. And it's going to be a hard reset, but it happens in the UFC, and you got to have a game plan or a way you can go about at least staying competitive when you're hurt. If you're not going to just instantly stop the fight because you're hurt, and yeah, Malkoun's jab looked great, but Torres wasn't doing a good job moving because of his leg and because he's just not good yet. And Torres landed a few overhands. I think got one situation where he ended up on top. I don't even know if it was a takedown now. Just a bad showing for Torres. He lost every round. But Malkoun won by decision. Um, Third from the last fight I'll cover Oben Elliott and Mikhailov. Oben Elliott looks really good on the feet, but he's more of like that tweener guy. He's like a Gilbert Burns, not in the way of like the fight style, but the size. He's the guy that would really benefit if the UFC decided to do a super lightweight and a welterweight at 175 and a super lightweight at 165. He could easily make 165. It looks like. I know he's a taller dude or whatever, but if you look at Jordan Mikhailov when he got on his back compared to the back of Oben Elliott, it's night and day. Like Oben Elliott does not have near the back muscles, does not have near the size of back that a guy like Mikhailov has. And Mikhailov just climbs up on his back and chokes him to sleep. And Oben's a tough dude and doesn't want to lose, so he's not going to tap. But it just seems like fights are over when they hit the canvas with Oben. He got grappled for 3 rounds and controlled by that I think guy. I think his last name was just Ko, Chinese guy. And then Mikhailov just gets him in a situation where he's hurting Mikhailov on the feet. He hits him with like a 5-piece combo, or like literally a minute before he gets taken down, and is out cold within like a minute. So unfortunate for Oben. I really do wish the UFC would change it up and add a few more weight classes, because not that they have the fighters to do so at the heavier weight classes, but it feels like you could add 65 and 75, take out 70, and then add a 95 and maybe make 205 slightly. I don't know. It's just so complicated, in my opinion, for guys like Oben, who's probably perfect for a 165 weight class, and is just getting grappled by these guys that are just slightly bigger than him. Offley and Ija. Um, Ija looked like he was dominating technically. Offley had a few moments where he was just tougher and was doing a little more, but in that second round, Ija beat the shit out of him and lost the decision somehow. There's two 50-50 rounds, and then Ija won the second round very clearly, and they gave it to Offley, of course, because we're in Australia. So that was a pretty bad decision. I felt like Offley robbed Ija of a win, but not my call. So unfortunate for him. Ija did look great to me, in my opinion, though. So he'll be back. Saleh versus Nakamura. Saleh looked like bulk, just on the feet, not in terms of like the wrestling, not in terms of like the sheer toughness, the IQ, just the footwork on the feet. This guy looks like a Volk. Like he's just in and out of the pocket, jab, jab, touch, touch. And then Nakamura just it looks like he's trying to throw a high kick, but this guy starts moving in, so he changes his mind and just keeps the knee going up the middle, catches him on the chin, and is just able to put him away. But unfortunate for Soleil because he was looking really sharp, and I thought it was going to be a good night for him, so that sucks. Anyway, if you made it for this far in the video, thank you for watching. I'm just trying to give everybody like a quick update of what all happened, a quick recap of what I think will happen with a few of those fighters, and maybe some insight into things you didn't see. So I will be back later this week. I am going to do a episode talking about the matchups that should happen for some of the fighters from this card, and discussing the Mario Bautista versus Vinicius Oliveira card in Vegas this next weekend. So thank you everybody for watching. This has been Combat BS. We'll catch you on the other side.